Welcome back to another episode of the Cast Patrol podcast. You're joined as always by myself, Nick, Jimmy, and Age, fresh off another round of NRL finals. We're almost at the tippy top.
2 more weeks.
Of the 2025 season.
Yeah. 2 more weeks.
3 games left, which is it's good and sad.
I think it's been a long year, especially for those who haven't had teams very successful like us, Mick, the South, and Jimmy with the Cowboys.
Yeah.
But the good part is, I think we're left with the 4 best teams.
Would you say the 4 best teams this year?
I don't know who else I'm putting in that. Raiders, they disappointed.
You got to put Raiders in there.
Yeah,
Raiders were the best.
You know when I tipped Raiders to get the spoon? I meant they were meant to get the worst team in the finals.
Well, they were, yeah. Them and Dogs out in straight sets.
Terrible.
Condolences, but yeah, it's pretty rough. As I said last week, as soon as Crows in the AFL got knocked down in straight sets, other finishing first, I felt like there was some superstition there. And Raiders to choke that against Broncos, that's where they went wrong.
First
that
time
was their
ever.
GF.
Yeah, when they're up by 16, 14 to go, you got to ice that. And then they had to have a 6-day backup after 95 minutes, winning the game twice.
Yeah.
Just mentally and physically, they were fucked.
And then losing Strange, day off.
I think that was the one.
That was like the nail in the coffin.
It's the dagger.
Such of a shot. Like, I mean, they lost 32-12. So you can argue, would have Strange closed that 20-point gap, or were they out on their feet?
I genuinely
from
think
the start?
last 20 minutes, they had nothing left in the tank.
No. Yeah. Well, after Billy Burns scored, it went Burns 52nd, Eero 62nd, and Teague 73rd.
Like
They were in it
the
before
Eero
that.
try was like,
So
fuck,
you
like,
can say Strange would have made a difference because the scoreline doesn't give it justice. It was a close battle for like 50 minutes there.
It blew out at the end.
At the end,
and he could break a game open, Strange.
100%.
So-
And like having Sasangi there, he played good to his credit. but
He's a good player.
He's not really creative. He's a runner.
Yeah.
I thought it was weird that they didn't put like Weeks 5/8 or even they cut Sanders the day before and left Levi on the bench.
Oh,
Why would you leave Levi if you got Paddy already on the bench?
Yeah.
So I think they'd be wanting
Maybe that was
chance
always
again.
the plan to go Sasangi.
You'd rather Sanders, a genuine half.
You know what's crazy to me?
It was so...
That Sasangi played 5'8" through Cup.
Yeah,
in
that
different
shocked
points
me.
of his career. And I was like, oh,
But
did not
Cup
expect that.
versus NRL
Yeah, it's
final, there's levels, man.
Yeah.
And yeah, you don't blame it on Sasangi because he played good, but Sharks...
yeah, I feel like you got to shout at the Sharks because they were like, they've just found this form at the back end of the year and it's just all come to life and it's worked out the team that we thought they'd be at the start of the season.
Yeah.
They've flipped it on its head and they've actually delivered now. When previous years, it was the other way around. They'd start the comp red hot, be top of the table and then crash out of finals.
Yeah, they've probably been the informed team of the comp, probably in the last 6 weeks, I'd say.
They're definitely up there. Well, they've won 5 in a row.
Yeah.
So they came into finals with form, which you have to do. Unlike Doggies, on the other hand, they came in winning they lost 4 of their last 5 games.
Yeah.
So you're coming in with form. They're peaking at the right time, and they're beating good teams. They beat Roosters. They just beat Raiders, who finished first.
Yeah.
So you can't call them flat track bullies anymore, and you can't really say Nico Hines is a choker or doesn't live up to the big games.
No, 'cause he's been-
they were 2 big games, eliminations, and him, Tricky, Brayley, everyone stood up.
Hey, Tricky's kicking game's been unreal.
Yeah.
So I reckon, shout out to their bench, Sharks bench.
Yep. Playing really well.
Siffer off the bench was big.
Mate, he's been unstoppable.
Powerhouse.
Yeah, he's
And you
been
look
really
at the
good.
stats as well, like completion rate. They're both completing at 78%. Possession, they had 50% of the ball each. Like, there wasn't too many stats that differentiated, but it's 20 points different. It probably just goes back to what you said. Raiders were just tired. Where the tries
But it's
that they
crazy how
conceded.
the Raiders had all the ball in the first half.
I know. And
They had like 70%.
They were red hot.
but imagine
they
how
were red hot.
demoralising
score.
it would be to not score.
To not
till that
score.
point.
Twice they could have went for 2 and they decided
didn't,
not
yeah.
to. So it's like, you got to give the Sharks credit. For them to sort of hold them out and then, come back in that second half the way that they did.
And as we touched on their bench, their forwards have been great, and it's allowed Brayley to free up. Now, every time he sees a marker down or a quick play of the ball, he just goes.
He's off.
He's picking up 10+ meters. He's so good, Brayley. So I think him coming to another level, Adam Fanua-Blake going there, and now Tricky and Hines finally working. They're looking good, the Sharks, and they're staying in the battle for longer.
And I want to give a shout out to Kale Iro. Like, he obviously had, I think, 8 or 9 games in a row where he scored tries. And then he's come back, and it looks like he's never even had an injury that's kept him out. He's just taken, that left edge tack to another level.
Yeah, I think they went against the surgeon's advice or something, and he, ended up, like rehabbing quicker, and now he's back in, and it doesn't seem to faze him.
But
he's a freak.
that Raiders right edge defense, jeez.
It's been an issue for him for the whole year, and they just kept getting targeted throughout the finals.
You think they would have
Is it Tomoko?
Is it Fogarty? Like, I don't know who it is.
I don't know.
I don't think you
gets
can blame
found
it
out
on-
a bit, man.
You can't blame it on anyone.
And even Jed Stewart, Jed rushing in,
he got found out. But like, you think, the way Walsh decimated that right edge the week before, you think they would have course corrected that during the week, but it felt like they just
it didn't get much better.
like it just got like worse.
Yeah.
Like anytime Sharks went left, it was
There was an
making half
overlap or
breaks.
making breaks, yeah.
If you're the Raiders, you're probably walking away from the season like obviously over the moon that it's a massive improvement. Everyone thought you'd get wooden spoon
They're disappointed.
first, but you're looking at it going, we really blew like a once in a generation sort of team that could have gone minor premiers when no one expected them and gave them a chance to premiers.
Yeah, I get your point, but if you ask the Raiders fan at the start of the year, if you get knocked out in week 2 of the finals, would you take it? They'll say yes, 100%. But finishing first, you expect them to do a bit better. At least make a prelim.
It's probably just
It's
more
disappointing.
Yeah.
It's 2 home games as well.
It probably leads us
You
to
know?
our next game. I feel like a similar situation to the Bulldogs where
Just quickly on the Raiders, we've got to give them a bit of credit because their team's very young. So they lose Fogarty, but Sanders coming through, and they got the same team pretty much. So they will be doing good things next year as well, I reckon.
Yeah, they'll still be a good side.
Yeah.
Minor
Strange will
premiers.
get better.
I don't know about a prem, but they
Top
should be
8.
in the 8. Yeah.
Yeah.
We're not going to say it again the spoon again, are we?
Nah, no way. Well, going on to the next game, the Bulldogs, I was going to draw the link where their season probably ended the same way as Raiders, where it was just so much hype throughout the season of like, this is some belief that can actually happen. Signed Galvin, one of the wonder kids of the NRL, and then just bowing out of finals the way they did. To Raiders' credit, they at least fought until round 27 and they probably should have won finals week 1. Dogs never look like winning a game.
Yeah, they were disappointing. Like, I don't know, what do you pinpoint that derailed their season? Like, you can point at the Galvin thing, but at the end of the day, they just weren't the same side they were to start the year.
Well, the thing is, you can't blame Galvin. Like, he just got signed. It wasn't his choice to be put into the team straight away. Like,
And-
they were coming first,
Yeah.
and they changed their spine. They changed Sexton, and then they changed Marnie later on.
And
So
look,
it just didn't make sense at the time, and it doesn't
Yeah.
make sense now.
Galvin's been there for like 10, 12 weeks now.
It's enough time to gel.
Yeah,
And-
it's not a chemistry thing now.
No.
And as well, I remember like the rhetoric at the start of the season was like they've beaten nobody. And you look at their draw in retrospect now, they had 3 buys within the first like 18 rounds.
Yeah.
Throw in, like they played South twice, Dragons twice. I think Eels
They
potentially
had
twice.
that good win against Raiders where they came back in the second half.
Yeah, they probably should lost.
Yeah.
Like, it was a relatively easy draw to start the season. So when push came to shove, and like their season was already derailed, and they had to play these bigger games, it just exposed all the flaws in their system and setup.
Look, whether or not the whole Galvin thing, had an effect on the team morale or the culture or whatever it is, like you don't know unless you're sort of behind closed doors there. But at the end of the day, I just they weren't good enough. Like
They weren't.
They weren't playing good footy.
The game was over before half time. Like they had no
The
chance
edge
coming.
defense was
Non-existent.
dreadful. Like
The only glimpse was when Presto passed to Galvin and they scored that try. You're like, maybe.
Maybe.
And after that, it was terrible. Like,
Yeah.
it's almost like Panthers had the week off. I'm not even being rude, or disrespectful. That was literally a training run for Panthers.
Most of their tries, they were just going out the back.
It was too easy.
It's just
And I
easy.
think the game the scoreline complemented Docs a little bit too, because for a while there, it may have been like 50 points, 60 to 12, 10.
Obviously, Panthers didn't want to get injured. It's an important game this week.
Yeah.
But I did like what Willie Mason said on Levels podcast. He was saying, like, pretty much he wouldn't care if they lost by whatever scoreline as long as the effort was there. And he was saying he doesn't think they were giving 100% effort. They weren't on the floor at the end of the game on their haunches. Like,
Yeah.
it's sort of like, I don't know. You can't blame Critter, one player. I know he's their leader for that whole
He's a big loss.
shocking
Though.
game.
He's a big loss, though, Chris.
He is a big loss because then
And
the
we've seen that.
reshuffle,
We've
the
seen that the whole
leadership.
year when he's
Yeah.
not playing. Like how
But
big of a loss
that
it is.
first half was terrible.
Well, there's some shining lights that they can probably take away from the season. Obviously, top 4 for the first time in God knows how long. Throw in all these players that have had another year under the belt, like Jacob Preston, Jacob Kiraz. They're on the cusp of state of origin
The Galvin
level.
Presto combo is a good one.
Yeah.
That's the goal
They
on.
signed Leo Thompson, and look, they're probably just missing one more star from that back line that can probably ice the games a bit better than what they've currently got.
You know who they needed? Saluka for
The
Fafita.
feeder, mate. He's the
They need
omen
it for
play. He lost one game all year for feeder when he was in that dog side.
I don't know
But
what happened there.
Speaking of forwards, they do need bigger bodies. They get
They do.
Thompson.
It helps.
They probably need one more. Like when you look at their
I feel
middles,
like they need like
after
an
like,
enforcer.
After Tracy has a run, then Carraz has a run. It goes Max King, and then what? Then it's what? Salmon. He's not really a runner.
Yeah.
Like Tupanua was pretty good.
Tupanua runs
Then
hard.
you got Kurt Mann, who's like a link player.
Yeah.
They dropped Hughes for some reason. Where did
I
Hughes
feel
go?
like they just, they're missing like that enforcer. Similar to like what the Sharks were missing for a while, and they finally got Fanua Blake.
Yeah.
I think they're missing that.
Just someone that can
could
come
play
on
the ball
and change the game
Yeah.
a little
like
bit
Leo
in their
Thompson
favour.
hopefully is that man. He has aggression. He's a bit of
Yeah.
a powerful runner, big body. And then Crichton, they showed us glimpses of him at fullback. Does he have to be the fullback for Dogs in 2026?
Potentially. In defence, he's so good
He's
as well.
such a good centre.
So it's
Yeah.
hard what you do, but
And
to close off the Dogs,
Mitch Woods,
yeah,
do you chuck him in?
at halfback.
Does he go halfback, leave Burden centre? What do you do? Because I don't
Is-
think
is-
I don't think Burden or Galvin's a 7.
No. Galvin's a 6, running 6.
Yeah.
And play off the cuff.
So
Like, is Hayward
it's
a 9?
interesting. It is interesting.
What
but
do you rate Dogs' season then? Now that it's done,
I think a B minus.
yeah, that's
B
about
minus.
fair.
Yeah, it's probably
Yeah.
fair. Like,
About fair.
I mean, they weren't great towards the back end of the year, and they lost a few key players. But I mean, you'd be disappointed as a Dogs fan.
100% you will be. There was a point there when you probably looked at it and go, they can get minor prem.
Yeah,
And then obviously Raiders and Storm.
but like,
that
how
form.
chalk and cheese is that game versus when they played them last time and it was 8-6?
Yeah, it was
Exactly.
complete difference.
Difference.
That
Like-
game, they were genuinely going to win before the charge down clear it.
Yep.
Yeah,
It was complete. Can I just go through since round 22 for
Yeah.
Dogs?
yeah.
So,
Wait, sorry, before he says
Yeah,
this,
go.
remember a few weeks ago when he was like, Dogs have the best defence? And I was like, have you seen their last 8 weeks of defence?
It's been pretty bad.
Anyway,
yeah,
go on.
yeah, they don't have the best defense, that's for sure now. They lost the Tigers 28-14, round 22. Beat Warriors, and then they go 32-12, lost to Roosters.
Yeah.
2014 lost to Storm. They beat Panthers when they rested.
Yeah,
So that doesn't count.
That's a reserve.
They
grade
lost
team.
to Sharks 24-6.
Yeah.
And then they lose to Storm, and they lose to Panthers back to back. So they won one game in the last, 7 or whatever it is?
Genuine games.
Yeah, one genuine game.
Yeah.
So it's the season was sort of done before the finals even started for the Dogs.
Disappointing because that's the same way they bowed out in 2024 as well.
Yeah,
Same
it's
thing.
not ideal.
All the hype and then just hit the wrong form at the
Yeah.
wrong end of the year.
But I got to give them credit to their fans. They show up even though they knew they were going to lose.
Like that crowd there on
Even though
Sunday.
they're not going to lose.
Like every Doggy fan I spoke to, like, yeah, we're going to go, but we're probably not going to win.
We're gonna lose.
It's like
Yeah.
fair play to you, you know.
I had a Dogs fan say to me that the game was rigged because Edwards didn't get sin bin. That was the turning point. I said
That happened in the first 10
I
minutes.
don't
Like,
think
would
so.
you have blinked if you got sin bin though? No, there was no one there,
Yeah.
and he touched him before the ball.
But
But
it
why
was
wasn't
such
that a
a
sin bin,
nothing
though?
touch.
He said because the ball bounced away from him, like he already ran past the ball.
Anyway,
Come on, Ashley.
let's give credit to
Come
the
on, Ashley.
Panthers, right? Obviously, we've talked about what Dogs did wrong, but a Panthers just that team. Like everyone's saying, a team can't win outside the top 4, but you look at this roster; it's a top 2 team
Look,
on paper.
week 1, they beat Warriors. Like, Warriors have been, like how well.
They had a nice finals run.
Yeah, they
Very nice
it's not
one,
like
though.
they haven't versed anyone that's been in form.
Like Warriors were out of
Warriors, the wheels fell off.
Warriors were like bottom 4 if you factor in the last 10
and then
weeks, you know?
Dogs we just spoke about. So I don't know if I want to see them against this week against Brisbane. Like, they beat Brisbane, then you're like, fuck, he comes to 5.
And the
comes
thing is,
5.
like, they didn't make the top 4, but they're in the final 4 now, so it's sort of all irrelevant.
It doesn't matter.
Panthers can beat anyone on their day,
Yeah,
so to their credit, they're here. You can't write them off.
No.
They've won 14 in a row finals games. Like, you don't just do that.
yeah.
And I know they've lost players, but they're still a class team. Nathan Cleary, he's so classy. He's got the ball on a string. Like, he's one step ahead of everyone. And he just seems like he's on another level there.
He's one of those players that like you just don't want to verse.
Yeah,
Because
especially on
he-
the finals.
Especially in a final because there's so much, every moment matters. And he just gets it right like 9 out of 10
And I think that's a
times.
big
Yeah.
leg up for Penrith too. Like we touched on it since 2021 or something. They haven't lost a finals game, but they've been in every finals game from 2020 because they made the grand final. So it's just like another week for them. They just play a longer season than
They've got
everyone
the
else.
finals experience.
Yeah.
They do. So
But shout out to Alamotti and like some of these guys that were average at the start of the year, they've taken to another level. Like Alamotti, I think Casey McLean's been one of the best centers in the comp. Throwing someone like Liam Henry off the bench, you talk about like players that can turn a game in your favour. He just comes on and does dog's work.
And you saw how much Mitch Kenny means to that team.
Yeah.
Like he even set up a nice try, but his service from dummy half so good. His defence and line speed.
Yeah.
Then you got Papali'i finally revived his season. Halfway through the season, something clicked, and he's just been unstoppable.
Yeah.
So,
just
we'll
players-
touch on all of that in the
players
preview. There's some very juicy stats this week.
Yeah.
We posted a few on Instagram, but you don't want to leave now. Should we get straight into the NRL prelim preview? Okay, so
Let's
this is the
do it.
NRL prelim preview brought to you by UNIBET, proud sponsors of the show. We're starting off Friday night. Melbourne Storm $1.36 takes on Cronulla Sharks 3:10 at Amy Park. There's a lot of stats here. A lot of them lean towards Melbourne, but we got to touch on Sharks first. They haven't lost since round 23, so it's 5 straight wins.
They're in form.
They're in great form.
And before that, they were in great winning records
Yeah.
as well. It's maybe like 1 in the last 10. Don't quote me.
Yeah, and I think the biggest thing is Nico finally off his shoulders is that burden of him can't winning finals, can't play in the big games.
Yeah.
He was the best in the park for the Sharks against the Raiders.
I was
and
scared.
Trindle was up there as well with Brayley.
Yeah, I was scared Nico was going to go into his shell when he lost that challenge early.
Yeah,
And
but
I
he
was like,
didn't.
fuck, that's going to be bad. But
Yeah.
then he
set up that mad try, that cut out to
Oh,
Ronaldo,
yeah, good.
and then the switch ball from Trindle to Hines straight over.
Yeah.
And then they were both great after that. They controlled the game good.
I'll quickly run through the team list. We'll start with the backs. Storm, this is the same lineup from last grand final.
Ooh,
Last
from last
year?
grand final, is it?
I think so.
Go through it.
Well, it's Pappenhausen, Warbrick, Howarth, Meaney, Coates, Munster, Hughes.
it's probably
so. It's
the
pretty
7.
similar.
Yeah,
That's
yeah.
it, yeah.
Yeah.
And then obviously Sharks, they got one of the best backlines in the comp. Kennedy, Katoa, Rami, and Idor, Mulatalo, Trindle, and Hines.
Great backline.
Yeah.
The team comparison is going to be hard this week, boys.
It's going to be very hard. I don't know who's up.
as you said, both great 1 to 7s. And the 7, Hughes, back in less than 3 weeks from broken arm.
Wrist,
broken
I think.
wrist.
That's
Yeah.
crazy, man. So he's still touch and go. He's named, but you think he'd line up, right? He'll
yeah.
play,
Yeah.
you know.
And I think Warbrick adds like a lot to that Storm attack as well. Just like another bigger body out wide that can take the hit ups. Plus, he's got like a good try scoring record if you look
Yeah.
at his games and tries.
Yes.
Good in
I
the
think he
air.
scored 3 in his 3 against Sharks.
Yeah.
So, and he's good in the air as well. Good. The only thing is he's coming out of his own end. Sometimes he drops it. Or
Does
he
have
drops
an error.
He drops the high balls as well.
Does have an error in him.
Has an error, but when he gets the ball in his hands, it's a great
It'll be a
runner.
good battle, him and Ronaldo. Ronaldo will be into him.
That's the battle, isn't it? Yeah. And the other side,
Ronaldo will
Coates.
be into him.
Coates, Katoa. Katoa did a great job on Tupou in the air when they played. So he's going to need to do the same thing against
Yeah.
Coates because we know what Coates does in the air.
Yeah. I think that's probably going to be where Melbourne are going to target. If it's Katoa versus Coates, because remember
It's a good matchup.
during the year when they played, they moved Mulatalo because I think Coates
Oh, they
scored
had
that.
to swap.
Scored the hat trick. But I think
wonder
it was,
if that's a thought this week to start from the get go. Ronaldo on Coates.
could be.
That could
Bit
be
of mind
that could be a
games.
cheeky tactic.
You don't know.
Just before we go, mad stat here from Coates. He's played 38 games at Amy Park. He scored 41 tries.
Loves it.
So over 1 a game at Amy Park. Chuck
Yeah.
that in your same game multis.
Yeah.
And obviously, Sharks have so much points in their backline. But we'll get to the forwards now when I feel like this one's a bit more even just in terms of how the form lines have been going for each team. So starting off with the Storm, Utokamanu, Grant, King, Lasati, Katoa, and Liero. Interesting, Sean Blaw's on the bench. So
Could be a late swap.
a late
be a
swap
late
in
switch,
for
yeah.
Lasati.
Lasati was good though.
Yep.
So I don't know,
Solid.
he might hold his spot.
He's solid.
And then Sharks. Vanua Blake, Brayley, Rudolph, Burns, Wilton, and Coloquin.
Colquhoun.
Colquhoun? Is that how you
Yeah.
say
I
it?
think it's
Colquhoun.
Colquhoun. Yeah, it's a tongue
Wow.
twister. That
Yeah.
one. It's not how it reads.
Yeah.
But yeah, Adam Fanua-Blake, great form. Even Rudolph's been good.
Yep.
And then Billy Burns saved his career the last few months.
Honestly.
How good is Billy Burns playing? He's
Yeah.
keeping
Well, he's-
Nicker on the bench.
who was one of the best edge runners in the comp
Yeah.
last year.
Probably still is one of the best edge runners, but you know, Burns is playing so good. He's scoring tries. He's setting him up, and Teague scoring tries as well. So,
Yeah.
but yeah, Brayley's the man there.
But
He's been the best 9 in the comp this year.
That Storm like forward pack though, like on the back of Harry Grant. Like
Yeah.
Steph's been in really like his second half of the year.
Yeah.
He's been like unstoppable.
Like the first half, you're like bad signing. He's not really doing anything.
But, like, he's
but now
just
he's
blitzing
genuinely
people.
like breaking tackles,
Mate,
offloading.
yeah.
Good second phase, quick play the balls.
he's been good.
Yeah.
Josh King will do his job. Liero, we know what we're going to
Yeah,
get with
he's
Liero,
great.
Origin player, and then Lasardi's been in good form. And then Eli Katoa.
And Harry Grant, wizard. Big game.
It's gonna be a good battle.
They got some big game players, don't
As
they?
much as I think like Sharks have been one of the form teams in the comp and like everything's just sort of going right for them, I think this is probably where their story ends in 2025. I think Storm coming off like a week off is always tough.
They get everyone back.
Playing Gaming Park, and that's pretty much full strength. There's not too many that you're
Besides
missing.
Nelson, isn't it? Big
Nelson
Nelson.
suspended, but he hasn't been there all year.
Yeah,
as
it's
well.
pretty much full strength for Storm. And they have a great record at Amy. I think they've only lost 2 this year at Amy from 12. So, you know, they're so hard to beat at Amy.
so
But then
hard to
part of
beat.
me also looks at it to play devil's advocate. Like, I don't think Storm they haven't gelled, like,
I think
proper
they've clicked
gelled.
all year.
Yeah, all year. And then,
They've
but
just
I'm
been
thinking,
like just winning games, eh?
Just-
Just doing enough.
they're playing to their opponents. And I'm thinking, is this the week that they finally click and they
they
win their
just-
premiership?
Yeah, well, it's going to be a lot of feeling this one. Storm Sharks big rivalry.
Massive, right? Especially the grand final rematch.
They'll probably
2016
they'll
when
probably wanna
Sharks
get some-
not got him, actually.
Yeah.
So Storm want their revenge. They wouldn't forget that.
But even like all the battles since then, like it's always
Yeah.
been a bit heated. So I'm expecting fireworks. But yeah, I think Storm will be a little bit too good for the Sharkies.
I probably think so. Block your ears here, Sharkies fan. They've only won 3 of 17 games at Amy and 1 win in their last 8 there.
It's hard
It's a
to play
tough
in
venue,
Melbourne.
isn't it? Melbourne in Melbourne.
Yeah.
It's hard to tip against them. The only thing is, my pattern stat is back, boys.
Here we go.
So this is what it's gone. The last winners out of this matchup since 2022: Storm, Sharks, Storm, Sharks, Storm, Sharks, Storm.
Storm.
Do the Sharks continue the pattern?
Be tough.
What do you think, Jimmy? Who are you tipping?
I'm going to tip Storm.
By how much? Just to throw it in there.
Storm by 14.
Storm by 14. Mick, what are you thinking?
I'm going Storm, maybe a bit closer, maybe by 8.
Yeah.
You?
Because I'm
think
banking on Storm like not gelling.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think it's going to be a low-scoring week in general. So I'm going to go, let's say Storm score 24, Sharks 16. So what's that?
8.
8 difference. I'm with Mick. There you
Yeah,
go.
there you go.
There you go. So, yeah. So Jimmy's gone 13 plus. We've gone 1 to 12. Little special here from the UNIBET team.
Yes.
Last week, they gave us an absolute gem. So we asked for
What was this gem?
We asked for Knights NRLW and Sharks NRL to combine for 35 points or more. Just points. Don't have to win by a margin. They just have to score 35 or more. They gave us $3. There was no. I don't think there was no max bet from memory. So and we
Gamble
have
responsibly, of course.
Yeah, gamble responsibly. We chucked that on our story.
Yeah.
Knights played first, the women's. They scored 34 points. So Sharks just had to kick a field goal minimum. So that was a freebie, and Sharks ended up scoring what 32.
32 points.
So that
yeah.
was 66 points together. We need 35. This week, we're going Storm NRL and Roosters NRLW to score 50 plus points.
Bit
But
tougher.
It's a bit tougher, but they're giving
Yeah.
us better odds. I think it's above $4.
Yeah.
So we'll
Stay
confirm
tuned.
with that. You'll see that on our stories. Give us a follow if you don't. Obviously, your socials at the Cast Patrol.
Yeah.
And where can you find it?
That's on Unibet. Link in our bio, and link in the YouTube. Links everywhere. So get around there. We'll chuck it on our story as well, and you'll find that special sometime during this week. But Roosters women, they're scoring about 30 points a game.
Yeah.
So I think they
They
might
lose their halfback.
They
though.
do lose Aiken. Let's say Roosters score 28.
Yep.
We need Storm to score 22.
Okay.
Come
But
on,
if
Storm.
Roosters could score 50 themselves.
Who's playing? Storm play first, right?
I'm not sure who plays first. So we got what day is the Storm playing?
Storm Friday night.
And the women's is Saturday. Yeah, so Storm are first. So we'll know what the Roosters have to
They need to
chase.
start well, the Storm.
And let me tell you, last time Roosters played Sharks in the NRLW, they scored 40 on them.
Okay.
So expect points.
Lock in.
Roosters have a hot team.
Come on.
So that's
Yep.
the Unibet special this week. Get around it. And we're straight into Sunday. No game Saturday because of AFLGF.
Love that.
Bit of a weak take from the NRL there to just take the game off.
I love
Not
it and hate
competing.
it, but I also
probably
feel like
fair.
it's rewarding the Friday night winner because they get an extra 2 days off from the other team. But is what it is. That's NRL. But we now go to the Broncos Panthers.
Oh, it's a big game.
gonna be
Game of the
big.
round
Sunday.
for sure.
I wrote Sunday night, but it's actually
Sunday
Sunday
Arvo.
day,
Sunday Arvo.
which I'll get to why it's not good for Broncos. Broncos, $2.14. They're not favourites. Panthers are $1.70
Can't believe
faves.
it.
At Suncorp, 4:05 p.m.
Can't believe it.
Straight off the bat, Nathan Cleary, 26 in a row wins during the day.
During the day.
During the day.
They should play Origin during the day.
New South Wales wouldn't lose.
So, okay.
So it's a day, 4 o'clock game.
So
a
either
bit
2
light.
o'clock or 4 o'clock game.
He loves it.
26 in a
He
row.
loves the light. He loves the sunshine.
Okay.
Usually a dry track, hopefully. So
Yeah.
that's crazy stat. Another crazy stat. Reece Walsh, we posted on Instagram. 7 games against Panthers, 0 wins. And some of them for Warriors as well. Left the Warriors. Warriors beat the Panthers without him.
You think they just shut him down well?
Can he overcome this?
I think so. I think they can. I'm loved what I've seen from Brisbane.
And he has been in crazy form. I know everyone says the toilet water's changed him. It's almost like a performance-enhancing drug. Like, he's been the best player in the comp on form.
Whether or not he's actually doing it, jokes aside, but he's genuinely been a gun. Like, just his presence on the field, like he has changed the momentum of footy games.
Yeah. We read out his stats since Renault left. It was just a massive increase in everything. Tries, assists, line breaks, tackle breaks, tries, everything. So he's taking his game to the next level. He's sort of owning the moment.
Yeah.
And he's owning that team. Like, if he's not playing good, they're not going to win. If he's playing good, he wants to win it for him.
Yeah.
So,
what other teams, Mick?
So looking at Broncos, big inclusions this week. Walsh, Karapani, Staggs, Shibasaki, Mariner, Hunt, and Reynolds. So
wow.
big inclusion with Reynolds, but they're going back to that halves combination that wasn't working for him at the start of the year in Hunt and Reno. 2 Commanders, 2 Chiefs, whatever you want to call them. They've gone back to it, which scares me. Scares me a little bit.
I don't think they can drop Hunt with the form he's in.
No,
He's
you
been
can't.
second best to maybe Walsh and maybe Haas even.
Well, you
in
go
there.
Hunt Hooker.
Pakes have been solid as well, but Hunt's been good in the halves. That's
But
the
I don't
thing.
know if Mam's fully fit. So I can semi-understand from that, but I'm just like, ooh, this is the halves pairing that was not working.
But I guess they want to counter Cleary's kicking game. So they got 2 good kickers.
Yeah.
Renault will take most of it. Hunt will do a bit of it. But I just like Hunt in the halves. I think he's been playing good. Renault's a big inclusion.
Stiffer Walters, eh?
Well, the ACL, it's so rough.
Far out.
Yeah.
And he's
been in good form.
He's been playing really
Like,
good.
even at 5'8", you can argue he's better 5'8" than Hooker.
Yeah.
He was playing so good there. Mam's on the
tough.
bench. Cobbo's on the reserves. There's rumours he might sneak in. Who goes, though? Karapani and Mariner have been great. Jim Mariner.
Mariner's been in form.
You've been great.
No, he's been really good form. So, yeah, it'll be interesting to see what Madge does.
And then you look at
Top
Panthers.
back line, though.
We know this 1 to 7 like the back of our hands. Edwards, Alamotti, Tango, McLean, To'o, Talangi, and Cleary.
It's another good 1 to 7. Like,
And the
even
thing,
their youngsters have stepped up throughout the season. Blaze, good partner in crime to Cleary.
Yeah.
McLean was injured last game. Wasn't his best game, but before that, he was great.
if
And
you're
then
building
To'o and Alamotti, fucking hell, best players on the field against Dogs.
unbelievable, like if you're
yeah.
building a template like backline from 1 to 7 in terms of like what features to get in every position, Penrith, that's the blueprint for it. Like
Your safe fullback.
safe fullback that can run meters, ball playing too.
Big wingers.
Big wingers that can run for meters, defensively strong and ball playing centers, in Clayson, McLean, and Tungle, and the halves like a strong running 5'8",
Who loves the system halfback, organizer.
and
You know.
just a serious general at halfback.
Crazy.
So it's actual ridiculousness.
Can we just touch on Jenkins, how good he was the whole year for him to just be dropped? It ended up being the right decision.
It was justified,
To be fair.
It was justified,
Alamotti, Ivan said he's a big game player and he's lived up to that.
He's a big
Like,
game
You got to
player.
feel for Jenkins, man.
You do.
Like, he's been so good. He literally, he got them there. He's a big part of
He
why
was
they were
one of their
there.
top try scorers.
Yeah, and then he's out of the side. So thoughts and prayers for Jenkins.
Yeah.
And then the forwards, Broncos got Jensen, Pakes, Haas, Pekura, Ricky, Smoothie. So big loss with Curry in there.
You could argue that's a bit weak, the middles.
Yeah, I think that's probably the
Besides
part
Haas,
that
You know,
lets him
Haas is
down.
going to have to carry.
Yeah, he's going to play minutes.
Big minutes.
He's going to do that thing where the Madge takes him off about 22, 25 minutes. He'll come back for the last 8 minutes of the half and he won't go off.
Yeah.
He needs to be there.
Because he gets the halftime rest and then he's got
'cause
40 minutes.
It's actually smart. He gets a little 5 to 10 minute rest.
Yeah.
Plays for another 7, 8, whatever it is. Then has a halftime rest. And then you finish the game, mate.
Yeah,
we
go.
need you.
I think that's where Madge has to be careful, though, because I think once Haas is off the field, I think Brisbane sometimes
Yeah. That's why
lack.
he's not off for long.
Yeah. But they get, I think Wilson is named.
Yes, on the bench.
Yeah,
So I think
and
that's a
number
huge
16.
inclusion.
It is, yeah.
And Mam obviously at 14, big inclusion there, but
Yeah.
more like an impact, I guess. So
Yeah.
not too
Or if
bad.
there's
Be
injuries
interesting
and
to
stuff,
see how they play that.
Yeah.
Probably
I imagine Hunt will just move into hooker and man will go 5'8".
That
Yeah,
could happen.
imagine
Yeah.
that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Unless it's working.
And we saw what Mam did in the GF last year.
I know. We know what Mem's a freak. He's got so much speed.
Yeah.
And then you look at the Penrith forward pack. I mean, it's pretty much the grand final winning forward pack. Leota, Kenny, Smith, Sorensen, Martin, and Yo. Minus a
Such a
Fisher
good
Harris.
pack,
But
eh? Safe pack.
No one looks out of place. And then we touched on it. Liam Henry, Papali on the bench, who are just in red hot form for him, turning games.
Good pack. Leota's been exceptional. Like, Lindsay Smith's doing his job. Martin, big game player. Like, Yo, freak. Great link player. I like that. They were doing some plays with Yo where they're getting Cleary one off the right, cutting out to Yo a bit wider.
Yeah.
And then he's doing the ball playing. And it's just creating overlaps because he just sucks them all in. And then quick hands, like, they're a great team, Panthers, which is why they won 14 in a row finals games.
It's such a hard game.
And they've
to
won 4
split
comps
this
in a
one.
row.
What are
4
some
comps.
stats? Give me some more, Age.
I have so many fucking stats for this game. It's not
All
even
right,
funny.
drip feed into me and we can talk
Okay,
about it.
we'll talk about each one. I want your takes on it. So first one, they won 14 in a row finals games. We all know that.
Freaks.
4 comps. Walsh has lost all 7 against Panthers. So that's hard because this time he's actually in career best form.
Yeah.
So I'm happy to ignore that. But it is a bit of a curse there. Panthers have won 9 of the last 10 against Broncos, including 5 wins in a row against them.
Yep.
So head-to-head, they've got him, especially the 2023 GF. Who can forget that one? And then some try scorer stats here. McLean has scored 10 in his last 9. Let us down last week, but he was a bit injured. And
Wasn't himself last week.
no, he wasn't great last week.
Yeah.
Brian Tottle, 14 tries in his last 11 NRL finals games.
Yeah.
That's one for the
He's a
Maltese.
big game player, Toto.
And now he's actually second with 17 NRL finals tries for the all-time rugby league finals record.
Okay.
So Slater's on 23 and Toto is 6 off him and he's
Yeah.
still young. So I think he'll get him. And then you got Alamotti, 6 tries in his last 4 finals games. He's another one for the Maltese. If you're looking for Broncos try scorers, Staggs scored 7 in his last 7. It's where the guy scores every game.
Be a good battle. Staggs, McLean.
That is a good battle. Very different centres in terms of builds. McLean's tall, lean.
He's gonna have his work cut out.
Yes.
Staggs
He's
powerful,
a powerhouse, man.
powerful ball runner.
And they've got him like lurking around the other side of the field as well.
yeah.
So he's roaming. Yeah, Staggs will be a big reason why they can do damage. And then Karapani, he scored in his last 5 games. So he's been great since coming in. That big left foot step.
Great form.
Lethal left foot. He's just
Big body.
so underrated, Karapani.
Good player.
South let him go, so that one always hurts. But I think there was off-field issues there.
Yeah.
Now to get into the tough part, the tip. Because genuinely, I can't split it. And there's 2 parts in my mindset when I'm looking at this tip. One, I know Madge is a sicko and will have his team over-prepared for this game.
Had a week off.
Week off at
home
Suncorp
as
Stadium,
well.
like
Yeah.
huge. But then
And
I
the
look
crowd,
at
they're gonna get a good
I
crowd.
look at this Penrith team, and it's stacked with stars, red hot form, and finals don't phase them. It's just they just know how to win. And you look at Broncos, they probably should have lost to the Raiders in the first week of finals. Like you take away some fucking miracles there, they've got a loss there.
Yeah. I think we've spoken about it. I think Penrith, to their credit, they've been like playing well, but I think they're vulnerable this year.
They've had a nice run.
They're not like the Penrith of old where you're like, fuck, I don't want to verse Penrith in the finals. Like I think,
it was that until last week. That really alarmed me.
but then I'm like, were Dogs just dreadful last week?
But they were, but then you just don't know. Like,
Like-
did Panthers make him that bad? Were they just so clinical that it made Dogs look shit?
I think it was a bit of both, but
Yeah.
Some of those plays, like Cleary kicking a 40-20, is
That was
that's
so good.
That's not Dogs being bad. That's him being the Iceman
Yeah.
in finals.
Yeah.
And I'm going with Panthers.
I'm gonna go Panthers.
Going Panthers.
I think with the inclusions that Brisbane have, Walsh is in such good form. Like they've got so many players that can break the game open. Brisbane, like does Penrith as well, but I've just liked what I've seen from Brisbane, and I think they deserve their spot in the GF. So I'm going to back them in.
Like it. Yeah, I think the home advantage is big. The week off's big.
Yeah,
Walsh, best player in the comp on form. Haas, the best prop in the game. Hunter Renault, great
Renault's a
experience.
huge inclusion, man.
Big inclusion. Carrigan's a big loss. Quick one on the Panthers. They verse Warriors week 1. No captain. Barnett's obviously out for the season.
Yeah,
Week 2, Critter, no captain. Carrigan, no captain. So
Who's the captain of Storm?
Harry Grant. He better watch himself. If Harry Grant gets injured Friday night or suspended, Panthers win that game. Just lock it in. Because they're the
GM.
captain's curse.
Or do Sharks win?
If Sharks win, then who? Brayley? Is Brayley the captain?
Or is it Nico?
no, Brayley's the
Brayley.
captain.
Both hookers, watch out.
Okay.
Yeah. If a hooker goes down on Friday night from a winning team, lock in Panthers. But I'm going to go Broncos because I tipped them to win the comp. 6 weeks ago. So I don't want to change. I'm
Yeah.
backing him in, but this is a game where you get your coin, you flip it, because this can go either way.
I just want to say, as a rugby league fan, imagine after this whole year, you live every week, you read every article, everything on Fox League, and the grand final still ends up being Storm Panthers.
It's sickening, isn't
Like, you just sit there and you go,
Just give us anyone.
am I living in a simulation?
No one wants to see Panthers win 5 in a row.
But then at the same time, I'm like, do I want to see Storm win a comp?
Storm Broncos. I think Storm Broncos GF will be good.
It'd be good. But then as a South fan, I can't see, like, I don't want to see Renault and Madge win a comp just for the fact that,
I don't want a Brisbane team to win.
Yeah,
That's
I
the
don't-
other thing.
I don't
Imagine
wanna-
Brisbane Lions and Brisbane Broncos win.
Yeah.
The fucking reels you're going to see are Brisbane the best.
yeah.
Queensland won, and now Brisbane win.
You know who we do want to see win?
Who?
The Sharks. Because
Oh,
rewind
yes.
to last week's ep. What did he say, Age?
Jimmy said if Sharks can't win the comp, and he's that confident, he'll do a nudie run if they win the comp.
Yeah.
And they're paying $8 on UNIBET to win the comp. So, Jimmy, how do you feel about being $8 to go stripping somewhere in a public setting?
I feel good. I think I've got my money on Storm to dust them this Friday night.
Wow,
So,
Dustin 13 plus.
You should double down.
So you know what? I'm going for Shark. I hope they win. I hope we're all wrong and
Well, we've all tipped Storm, so it doesn't affect,
at home.
it
Well,
doesn't
look,
affect
if
that
Sharks
tipping
win,
comp.
they still got to play the Broncos, the Panthers, and GF.
I know it's still a long way
So
to go.
like, good luck to them.
It's a long way for either side. You win the prelim, you
Like, you
there's
gotta-
a fucking big game next
Yeah,
week.
you got to still go again.
You know,
Get up for it.
Storm win, they could be versing Panthers or Broncos. Massive game.
Yeah.
If Panthers win, they could be versing Storm. So there's a long way to go.
And I've got some stats like that back it that no team from outside the top 4 win the comp.
Yeah.
So
And what about the stat with the 50 points conceding in the year? Raiders conceded 50 plus the last
Yeah.
game, and they didn't make it. So still no team
yeah,
has broke that curse.
yeah.
So there's a lot of stats, but
Before we close off the preview for this week, Age, the fans want to know, who is Gnocchi tipping?
well, Gnocchi, back against the wall. Everyone wrote her off. She's a big game player. She's the Cam Monsters of the world. She came back last week, 2 out of 2. She tipped the Sharks upset. She tipped Panthers,
Yeah.
and she got it right. And she's back this week. Here we go. She's off and running. Storm Sharks. She going to right foot step? No, she's gone safe with the Storm.
Yep.
So safe
Like it.
tip. And
Thanks,
then Broncos or Panthers. She's going to Bronx? No, right foot step. She's going
That
Panthers.
was close.
So she's playing it. She's going with experience.
She's on the favourite.
She's going the faves.
Yeah.
And off her last week, you got to back her in here. Even though I'm tipping Bronx.
It gives me confidence that she went Storm.
Storm should win. If we're all
They
tipping Storm,
should.
including Gnocchi, they should win.
If they don't,
If they don't,
them.
fuck, a lot of bets, everything's going down.
yeah.
Speaking of bets, make sure you remember what are you really gambling with. For free and confidential support, call 1-800-858-858 or visit gamblinghelpline.org.au.
All right, never get him to read that again. That
No,
was
that was an absolute...
that could have been one of the worst of all time.
that was an absolute mouthful.
Hey, don't
But
quit
yeah,
your day job.
pretty much gamble responsibly.
Yes.
Yes.
Yep.
Just on that though, I have a good bet. I was looking at the lines on UniBet. They're given 47.5 as the totals for Broncos Panthers. I think it's going to go under.
Yeah.
I think that's a good bet. If you're just looking at the unders, 47.5 is a lot of points in a finals game, especially a prelim
Panthers scored 40 last week, though.
against dogs. Prelims are different.
Mate.
I'm liking the unders there. So yeah, gamble responsibly there.
Well, let's get away from finals teams for a sec and just take you through some of the big headlines in rugby league. We haven't done this in a few weeks because it's been pretty quiet other than finals teams. But the first one that broke today, Mark Nawaqanitawase, set to leave the Roosters for a rugby return. Says he's going to leave at the end of 2026. I'm spewing because I just learned how to say his last name. So
Yeah, it took a whole year,
Yeah.
but we got there. Yeah, Nawaqanitawase, it's going to be a big loss for the game and Roosters.
Yeah, it's so good to watch. But
it makes sense though. Like
Yeah.
there's offers apparently there from 1.4 million per season from French and Japanese rugby. So he can play
Yeah.
overseas and still play for the Wallabies.
Yeah, he's getting over triple the amount he's on now.
Maybe
I
they
think
get
he's
to-
on like 450, 400.
And that's still good money for a winger in the
yeah,
NRL.
it is.
maybe then Joe Manu comes back. Who knows?
Maybe, but then wouldn't he want to play the World Cup?
For the All Blacks.
Yeah,
Will he get picked?
I don't know.
Who knows?
I haven't been following his form, but
So 2027, obviously Australia's got the home World Cup. So you can Let's see
It's
why.
in October though. Does he just fucking play?
No.
Does he have to play for a rugby club?
I think
See,
so.
is that the rule?
You don't want
He
to play
does.
NRL.
Imagine play
the whole
NRL
year.
and then go, yeah, I'm going to play for
What?
the Wallabies.
And they made the grand final in
Look,
October.
he's a freak, but is he that much of a
He's
freak?
not that
No.
good, is he?
Okay,
No,
no,
he's
played
not-
two
he's not a
sports
freak.
in
So
fucking
one more year of Mark and then he's off to the rivals.
Yeah.
I hope he does come back to the NRL because he signed with him in 2024, played one game last year, played a whole season this year. We saw like the talent, and
He's so
freakish
good
things
to
that he's
watch.
done. And just, it's gone. At least we get one more season of him.
One more year, yeah.
He was doing that in rugby as well. I watched his highlights. It's the same person. I don't know how more clubs didn't snatch him up. Great. That was a great signing from the Roosters, but yeah, unfortunately he's gone.
Yeah.
One more year.
Hey, as a South supporter, you can only be so upset with that news. Warrington offered Tom Trbojevic a 2-year deal since Manly negotiations stall. I don't know what side to believe. I keep reading a different update about Tom's future. Obviously, he's looking at a 2-year offer from Warrington Wolves since Manly's offer came $300K shorter
They
than
lowballed
thought.
him.
They did lowball him.
Where
So
there's smoke, there's fire. He was unhappy a few weeks ago to stay at Manly, and you can see that now. They obviously retracted an offer, and then Warrington came out with this offer. Sammy Burgess trying to get Turbo. He's seen what he can do. I wouldn't be surprised if he leaves now.
He'll probably win about 5 Man of Steals in a row.
100%.
Turbo
If he's not injured,
If he stays fit.
he can play 12 games there and probably still win it.
So it's
He's a
meant to be
freak.
a $2.7 million deal through to 2029, and then Manly came back with $300K less than what they originally thought. So he's obviously looking elsewhere. But Tom, I think he's come out and said he doesn't want to play for another NRL club. I think Manly's obviously in his DNA and blood.
And he also
Super
said
League.
that he wanted to give money back to Manly for all the
Yeah, it
games
was
he
a couple
missed.
years ago. Yeah.
So then it's like, if they're
he
gonna
loves Manly that much.
if he
like,
if they're gonna lowball out, then I don't
yeah.
know.
I can understand from both sides. Like obviously, Manly want to re-sign him, but what's the figure you pay when every season he just seems to find an injury where
Yeah, it's almost
I
like
think-
you're paying like 100K
Yeah,
a
I
game
think
sometimes.
like, back end of the year we saw him close to his best.
yeah.
he was
Not
almost
full speed, but he was
He was getting there.
He was passing, he was scoring tries.
He was breaking through tackles.
But then the big thing is just obviously we didn't see him in finals because part of that is he's taken up the cap when he was out and played 10 games.
yeah.
And they got someone like Lehigh Hopewada who's obviously a freak in his own nature,
Even
still
Cooler.
developing
Cooler's
into the
unreal.
fullback. That's true.
Cooler.
They got another backup there. So even Fawalo plays a bit of fullback. They've got
Yeah.
they got options. So and they can invest elsewhere. Where they need they need 7. They got Fogarty now.
Yeah.
6, maybe a 6 or a 9. So there's
Lachlan
other
Croker
areas.
was out,
There's other
yeah.
areas they can improve on.
Yeah.
And the third bit of news, Davvy Moale reportedly signs with the Seagulls from
Well, there you
2027.
go. They got another forward.
Hey, there you go. There's their
That's-
forward.
There's their forward.
Reported from Zero Tackle, who they're
Yeah.
pretty reliable.
They're pretty reliable. So that means 2026, we got one more year of Davey. He's been good, Davey, without being great. I think he's a very solid forward. Doesn't make many errors. He's going to be a good inclusion for the Manly Seagulls, just to add to their depth forwards there.
And he's still young. Like I think, like the knock with Davies, he hasn't had the impact that people would think we would have already. But he's still young. Props take so long to get to that stage in their career because they're just going up against fully grown bodied men.
Yeah, and as you said, he's 22.
Yeah.
I think that's why there's so much. He was always going to get snatched up by another club. So if South couldn't afford to keep him, I think they don't want to get Dave Fafita, which is the rumours, and play him in the middle. So it makes sense why they can't re-sign him. But
There's a salary cap for a
props
reason.
they hit their prime later in age. So it's a good investment for Manly.
And Manly, they've got Josh Allier, who's pretty much just announced his retirement. Jake Trbojevic is still...
They still got Paseka.
Yeah, he's been out. They've just been lacking in the forwards just for a little bit.
Takiaho.
Sipley,
Simply left.
he's gone.
Super
Retired
League.
or
Super
Super
League.
League?
They're just playing like money ball with these front
Yeah.
rollers.
They had Matt Lodge, did we
Paseka was
mention him?
unlucky. He did his Achilles.
Yeah.
Takiaho was good for him.
Yeah.
Tux was good, yeah.
Just getting old.
Yeah.
They just
he's
need
not, he's not
someone
like at
young.
his prime.
Yeah.
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 Yeah, so decent signing for Manly there.
Yeah.
I got another start bench cut. These have been tough. We've been very hard ones. I think this is a bit easier, but still tricky in its own way. So, start bench cut, NRL wingers, Alamotti, Warbrick, and Karapani.
Wingers again.
Wingers again. What are you doing, Jimmy?
So they're finals wingers.
Finals wingers, yes.
Come back to me. I'm thinking about it. It's a tough.
Jimmy stumped.
I know
tough.
my answer.
Go.
Oh, no, I actually don't know my answer.
It's tough, isn't
Okay,
it?
I know who
Here we
I'm
go.
cutting. I just got to work out who I'm starting
All
and
right,
benching.
who are you cutting? Let's start with that.
I'm cutting Karapani.
Okay.
I'm cutting Karapani.
Just because of inexperience?
Yes. And I think there's more upside with the other two. I think Warbrick's still a New Zealand international winger.
Yeah.
And Alamotti is still so young in his career. I'm going to go, just because he hasn't played as that many games this year and he's been out, I'm going to go cut Warbrick, start Alamotti.
Cut Warbrick. You
No,
cut him too.
bench. Are you
Sorry.
cutting both?
He's cutting both. He's cutting
He's
both.
just starting Alamotti and
doesn't
fucking
want-
off the
he
rest.
doesn't-
I
wing-
actually
winger on
don't
the bench.
want a winger on my bench. So
Okay.
I'm cutting two.
So Mick's just ruined the game.
Thanks,
Jimmy, what are
Start,
you doing?
cut.
Start, cut.
I think I'm going to start Warbrick.
Yep.
I think, as Mick alluded to, I think there's a lot of upside with Warbrick. He's been out this year with concussion, but I think at his best, he's one of the premier wingers in the comp. Big body, good out of his own end, try scorer, good in the air. Does have an error in him, but errors.
Yeah, that's what worries me, the error.
You can fix those. So I'll start Warbrick. I'll bench Alamotti. He can play multiple positions if need be.
Probably front row, how big he is, eh?
Yeah,
He's
exactly.
a monster on the
And
wing.
then I love Karapani, but yeah, I mean, as part of the game, you've got to cut someone. So unfortunately, got to cut him.
Yeah, I think I'm with you guys with starting Alamotti. I think he's shown what he can do in these finals. Like, big game player. I'm backing Ivan Cleary in here. Try scorer, great out of his own end. I'm going to bench Karapani, actually.
You're going to cut Warbrick.
I'm going to cut Warbrick.
The brick.
I'm loving what I'm seeing with Karapani.
Yeah.
That left foot step and his speed and his runs out of his own end, very impressive. And Warbrick, he's just came back from concussion, has an error in him. I know we've seen the best of Warbrick. Like, he's a great winger.
Yeah.
But this year, just going off like this year alone, yeah, I'm going to cut Warbrick. He's gone.
Wow.
See you, Brick. See you,
Yeah.
Brick.
Yeah, good.
Recency bias has struck age
Yeah,
again.
they got me good.
All right.
And now the final segment.
We'll finish
that's-
it off.
It's getting more and more popular every week as we get deeper into the spring carnival horse racing season.
Yeah.
Jim, what have you got for us this week?
Well,
Jimmy's Black Bookers.
Well, last week we had the multi, right? The futures multi.
mate, don't get me
That
started.
was the worst beat I've seen in a long time.
That is the worst thing I've seen. Damien Lane, fucking hell.
Holy shit! There
On
was
who?
On Angel Capital.
there was
that,
like 7 horses in front of
that
it,
was
and it just could not get out.
that was a tough
And then
watch.
finally one took off, and it just got out like how 30
Mate,
meters left,
50 meters to go.
and then it flew home to 4th, but it would have rolled
it
him.
would have won by a few
Like,
legs.
and it was
Yeah, gross.
It
But
would have killed him. You have to watch
If you were
the replay.
following, we did mention Seeples a couple of weeks ago.
that one.
The horse that won.
Yeah.
As a horse to follow. So hopefully a few people followed Seeples, but I'm not going too well at the moment to start spring. We've started a bit slow.
You're not seeing him like Beach Balls yet, are you?
I'm not.
It's
Going like an
He's a big
We
young
got
player.
to turn around
Busted
before
at the
Everest.
moment.
Everest is like a month away,
about a month
just
away.
over a month in the Melbourne Cup.
Like if you watch Vauban on the weekend, that's how well I'm going.
Vauban,
Absolute
yeah.
camel.
Yeah,
Right, okay.
Vauban's cast.
He'll jump over the hurdles probably.
So we will write about Chow Wolf, Chow Cat, man.
yeah, can't.
It just doesn't like winning.
I
It's
don't
one
think it's up
pace.
to that level.
Yeah,
I think it's just
It doesn't
below
really
that
have a
level.
great turn of foot.
Yeah,
So it just sticks to the same pace.
yeah. So I'm going to keep it simple this week. I got 2 for you.
Go on.
Friday night Manikato, Lady Shenandoah.
You hit it last year, the Manikato, didn't you? Or the year before? It was
Yeah,
$9.
no, yeah. We've hit a few Manikato
So,
winners.
yeah, okay, I'll be backing you.
What do you like? What do you like? About
Shenandoah, it's gonna run in the Everest in a couple weeks, like we said. But unlucky first up, wide draw Manikato, but gets J Mac. I think he'll slot in somewhere. Best jockey in the land. And
what odds can you get?
it's about 210 on UNIBET at the moment.
Yep.
So hopefully that will kick us off Friday night, and then Tempted in the Golden Rose Saturday for about 350.
What do you like about Tempted?
Impressive first up. We spoke about her a few weeks ago on this segment. So, yeah, she looks like a promising 3-year-old filly for Godolphin.
And what odds are we getting?
350.
Okay, so you put them
You
together.
put them together.
You can put them
probably
together,
get, what,
go
8,
singles.
7, $8?
Yeah, probably.
Yeah.
But
There you go. I
there's
like
the
it.
two for this week.
Beautiful.
Nice and simple.
short and sweet.
Trying to keep it simple. Hopefully
Hopefully
get back in
get
the winner's
one out of
circle.
2 at least.
Hopefully get back in the winner's circle. Be nice.
I like it. I like it. Well, that's all from us.
Yeah.
Enjoy your footy. Enjoy your racing. Massive weekend ahead. And the AFL Grand Final if you're interested in that.
Yeah.
Less games of footy, but just more action.
Yeah. Better
Yeah.
quality games. Yeah. Hopefully see
More on
2
the line.
absolute belters.
Plenty to look forward
Yeah.
to.
Hope so.
Sweet.
That's all from me.
It's all from me.
That's all from me.
See you guys.
See you guys.
You win some, you lose more. For free and confidential support, call the number on the screen or visit the website.